Hi, welcome to our tea shop. I'm so excited and I'm so glad that you came. I have so many different fancy teas to show you. So you had made an appointment, yes, for a one-on-one consultation about tea. We do that here, so I'm so glad that you came and you made it on time. I want to start just to tell you what we're going to be doing. So I'm going to be showing you a couple of our tins of loose-leafed tea, and I'll also be showing you different steeping methods for that and the other options you have. We'll be doing tea sampling. We'll make one of the teas in a cast iron teapot, and then we'll also just use a bag method, and you can try 2 other teas. So you'll have 3 samples today, or maybe more. We'll see. We'll see what you like. That noise you hear right now is going to be gone in just a moment. It's our hot water is boiling, because hot water, nice hot water, is necessary for the best teas. So I'm going to just start. This is the warmer for our cast iron teapot, which we saw here. And we'll just be using this today for one of our nicer teas. And so cast iron teapots get very, very hot, and that means they're also, they stay really warm for a long time, and it's for when you want to drink tea slowly without it getting cold. And so to keep it even warmer, we have this little warmer for the tea, and let's just get this started now. This lid comes off. It is cast iron, so it's very heavy. See, you can hear the water boiling now. Inside this warmer, we need to put a tea light, so that's all it is. You can get these anywhere, pretty much anywhere. I love the sound of boiling water, it's so comforting. It's done. Now this will get very hot. On the top it'll get quite hot. It stays, it's okay to hold at the bottom. Okay. Let's start with the most caffeinated tea and work our way backwards to ones that are not caffeinated. So the first tea I'm going to show you is an Earl Grey tea. Do you like Earl Grey? Yes, I did too, because of Captain Jean-Luc Picard, of course. So this tea comes in an airtight tin. It's black tea. So Earl Grey tea is a blend. It's a straight black tea. And then it has cornflowers, vanilla, bergamot oil. These tins are reusable, and that is the tea, the loose leaf tea inside. You can see blue cornflower, and the bergamot. It smells so good. Earl Grey tea has that almost smoky, not quite, but a really warm flavor. It's the bergamot is so delicious. I'll just keep that here. Okay, next I have for you an oolong tea. And this is another blend. I'm showing you the blends today because you mentioned that you're kind of new to tea, and so the straight teas are not always what you're looking for. So this is a flavored oolong tea. It's very fruity. It's wonderful for the spring and summer because you can make it iced. So this is mango and pineapple flavored tea with kombucha, which is supposed to be very good for you. And it comes in this wonderful blue, bright blue tin. It's almost matches my shirt. I'll show you the tea inside. Oolong tea. This is a dark oolong. So oolong does come. There are different shades of it, just like there are green tea and black tea. Oolong tea could be closer to black or closer to green. This oolong, as you can see, is very dark. The difference between oolong tea and black tea is the way the leaf is processed. It's rolled and withered and rolled and withered. So much so, and then dried more, oxidized more than a green oolong. So this is stronger in flavor, stronger in caffeine as well. So this has mango, pineapple, kombucha powder, safflower petals, and it does have some wheat starch in it. So if you are gluten intolerant, you might not be able to have some. Oh, you're okay with gluten? That's fine. So you can give it a smell. It's so delicious. So fruity. It's very popular in the summer. Okay, moving along, I have the only straight green tea you have. Well, it still has a little bit of something special, and I'm going to show it to you. So the green tea comes in a green tin. This is Japanese green tea. Traditional Japanese green tea. It contains roasted grains of brown rice. So it has a toasty rice flavor to it. Japanese style green tea. I'll show you the popped rice. It looks like little bits of popcorn. So you see the green tea and all that toasted rice. This is what they serve, yes, at most Japanese restaurants. When it comes with the tea. It smells so good. And that's a green tin. I have another green tea, because this one's straight. I also have a flavored one. This is a cinnamon green tea. A spicy cinnamon. It's very, very popular. I love it for warding off colds. Or just that it makes your throat feel so nice. It is green tea, cinnamon, safflower, pink peppercorns, and chili peppers, which gives it that spice. There it is. Isn't that beautiful? You can see whole safflowers down there, and then the pink peppercorns, and then sticks of cinnamon or cinnamon bark in there with this really nice quality green tea. Oh, it smells wonderful. Okay, now we have 2 herbal teas. They're caffeine free. This one is mulberry leaves. So it's mulberry, just the leaf, not the berry unfortunately. So just mulberry leaves. You'll see they're really neat looking. And macadamia nuts. This is a nutty tea, herbal. So if you need something, I love it for dessert. If you're looking for something sweet and nutty, this is a great tea. And you can see these huge mulberry leaves rolled up. So they're not the tea leaves. These 3 teas, or these 4 teas, are made with the same plant, Camellia sinensis. And it's just they're processed differently. This is a different plant entirely. It's caffeine free, it's mulberry. You can see the nuts in there and the leaves, and that's all it is. It smells so rich. And it comes in a yellow tin. The last one is also a herbal tea. This one is it's very plant-based, so it's not any of these. This plant, not Camellia sinensis. This one has bamboo leaves and pineapple. Those are the biggest ingredients. So it's pineapple, and bamboo, peach, and apple, more peach crunchy. And then, to warm it up, there's some peony petals and some rose buds. This is very, very popular summer tea. It's just filled with fruit. And this is delicious, iced. You do not have to add sugar. Although it is, when you make this, it is sugar-free. Well, I mean, some of the fruit, there is dried fruit in this. When you steep it, it's possible that some of that or fructose will break down a bit. It's not nearly as full of sugar as fruit juice. Even natural fruit juice has a lot of carbs in it. This is, if you still need something sweet and delicious and refreshing, but you are trying to cut back on fructose and carbs, then I would suggest brewing this and making it iced. It's so refreshing and delicious and so good for you. It's so good. I'd say for summer, these 2 teas. Happy Kombucha, which is like a caffeine version. It's a little bit more intense. Just to compare, because they both have lots of fruit. You see how this one is much darker. There's so much more tea, so it's going to have a stronger flavor tea-wise, and it's going to be caffeinated. This one is just very sweet and light. They both go very, very well iced. Price-wise, the oolong tea is a bit more expensive because oolong tea is imported and the process is a bit more involved to make the tea leaves. So it is a bit more expensive than this one, but I think the benefits to oolong teas are much higher than this. That's why I suggest having both, so you can choose however you feel, and that way you don't work through something expensive really quickly, but you still get to enjoy it sometimes. Okay, so those were the teas and the rainbow tints. I do have one more here. Excuse the look of the packaging. This is a straight black tea. So I wasn't going to show it to you because it isn't flavored, but I'll let you. You can choose what you like. So Nilgiri tea is from India. And unfortunately, it doesn't come in a tin. And it smells like if you drink black tea like Lipton, this is just so much more delicious. Straight black tea, you can see those leaves. So beautiful. If you are, Tetley or Lipton tea drinker, you just put that bag in. Even in English, if you drink Marks and Spencer's or PG Tips, I think the English brands are slightly better than our North American brands. But they're all the runoff from this tea, from the same spot. So yes, it is a black tea, but they take the whole leaves and the nice quality, and that's what's in loose leaf tea. If you're buying it from a bag, you are not getting the best. So that's just something for you to think about. Loose leaf tea is higher quality, and it can sometimes it will be just as affordable because you can control how much goes in, and you buy it in bulk, you don't have to pay for the bags that it comes in if you use, I'll show you the different steepers, because I do have some bags too. Okay? So I'll show you those first. These are high quality bags. We do have ones that are even cheaper. But basically, it is $9 for 100 tea bags. There was 100 in here. So it ends up being a penny each. So these tea bags are biodegradable. I suggest you compost them after you use them. Unfortunately, you can only use these once each. So this is the bag. Open it up. Oh, sorry. You can use the bag once per tea. So if you put in a spoonful of tea in here, you can steep that tea bag. You can do it many times depending on the tea. Some teas re-steep better than others. Oolong tea re-steeps very well. And green tea does pretty well too. Herbal teas, it depends. It depends how long you steep it the first time. So if you use one of these bags, you can make multiple cups with the same tea. But you can't take out the tea and then put in a new tea. That just, well, I've never tried, but I don't think you would be very successful. So the bag opens up like this, and then when it's filled, you just have to close this pull string. And I didn't grab my spoon, but we're going to do a sample of that. So I'm going to grab the teaspoon and the hot water, and we're going to start doing 2 samples with bags in these small mugs. Okay. So this is our perfect spoon, which we have in the store. It is more than a teaspoon. So it's a teaspoon, it's somewhere between a teaspoon and a half and a teaspoon and a quarter, which is about the exact amount of tea you normally want for 1 cup of tea. Now, these cups are smaller. They don't actually hold a cup as in 250 milliliters. These are less. So I'm not going to be filling this scoop all the way for the samples, because that will be too much for this tiny little mug. Well, this is sort of, like a restaurant size mug, Corningware. Not like your 250 or a 300 ml mug. So what tea would you like? I would suggest we're going to use the flavored teas in these bags. So we'll do the Bamboozled. Sure. This is the Bamboo Fruity Summer Tea. See just how sweet and delicious it is. So I like to just kind of keep the bag open with the spoon. Now Bamboozled is a very loose, it's a big tea, and we can put more. So I'm actually going to fill this spoon up to this, because it's so, there's mostly air in there. It's not dense at all, it's very loose. Just stick that in, and then zip up the top of the bag. So there we have a little tea bag. Okay, we'll leave that for about 4 minutes. And the other one, what would you like to try? Earl Grey, good choice. Oh, I'm going to show you. So we're going to do 1 tea bag. The other steeper, I only showed you those ones. I have here, this is just your normal, like a tea ball. So it's on a chain and it has fine holes, and this is reusable. You open it up and you put the tea inside. It's So we're doing Earl Grey with this. I'm going to move these tins over so I don't make a mess. This is the cream of Earl Grey. Oh, it smells so good. So I like to fill this over top of the container because sometimes very small bits will fall out of the holes. I'm going to do a small spoon. Yeah, I just shook some of it out so it's not heavy. Because this tea is much more dense. Did you see? Oh, maybe it's tough to see. There's a little bit of the tiny ones left. Just close that. Place it in the cup. So money-wise and environmentally-wise, these steepers are better because they're more expensive initially. This one, this specialty tea ball that is in the shape of the Death Star, it is more expensive. It's almost $20 Canadian, but it will last you for years. So however many cups of tea you think you'll make, it will last for a very long time. And that, if you make 200 cups, already you spend just as much on these tea bags as you did on this. But then you're creating, even if you don't have a composter, you're going to be wasting this, throwing it in the garbage, and that's something that we don't really believe in here. We believe in composting or reusing. That being said, when you're done your tea, please put the tea leaves in the compost. They're wonderful for the compost. So that's going to be steeping there for a bit. Got both of these teas. If you don't know about composting, it's really, really easy. Here in our cities, they do a collection. If you don't live somewhere that has a garden, because it's tough to compost if you don't have a garden, because that's where you want to use the soil. So for composting in the city, there is a collection. It's called the green bin. So you can put your organic waste and the food waste in this green bin, and it will be collected to be decomposed, and then they reuse that for soil and other organic matter. If you're doing it at home, if you have a backyard, you can either just take it out and have an outdoor compost. That's what my mother actually does. Or you can have compost. You can get composting worms, and they are, I know it sounds gross, it's icky to have worms in your house, but I suggest you research that, look it up in Google, and you'll find lots of information about composting worms, and you can keep them in your home and know they won't escape and they won't infest. They stay exactly where you need them to be, and they eat the waste and turn it into compost. That's what they do outside as well. But this way you can do it in your home. And then if you have small planters for like your herbs and other things and flowers and whatnot, you can use your compost for that. It's very, very good. Okay, can you see how it's steeping so much already? Let's make our pot of tea. And this one, what would you like to try? The green tea. Good. So in here, there's this wire mesh. It's very, very fine, much finer than the holes in this one. So there won't be much sediment that comes out. Your tea will be very, very nice. And it's deep, so it reaches deep into the pot. So I'm going to put, you wanted the tomato. It's so refreshing. We'll be able to enjoy this all day. I'm going to do 2 spoons because we'll both be enjoying this one. This tea steeps very quickly, so I'm going to be removing the basket very shortly. I'm just going to grab something for our old tea bags. So I think the Earl Grey tea is finished now. And I'll be putting this tea bag and moving it. Okay, and then the green tea. And this one steeps the longest. Now this green tea may be re-steeped. So I'm going to keep the basket here so we can maybe do it again. Let's just move this to the side. And taste the green tea. It's already, see, it's already quite green. It's still light, it's not dark in color. Would you like to try this? Go ahead. And just shift it over to you. It's very good. Okay. I'm just going to show you something a little different. And this is, we do have some coffee if you're interested in this coffee. This is our full beans Kicking Horse Coffee by the Three Sisters. It is organic and it's local. This is a medium blend. It's smooth and savory. Very good for just if you just want a normal cup of coffee. Nothing too strong. Nothing too light. These are the beans. So they have been roasted already. They smell amazing. So what you do, you will need a grinder with this coffee, or we can grind it for you. This is our pre-ground. Comes in a cute jar. And it smells absolutely delicious. It's coarse ground for use in a bodum or French press. So not in a coffee machine. Okay? Of course, for your health, the tea is better. But maybe if you're looking for a coffee gift, this would be something that I would suggest. Okay. This is ready. So nice. I'll give you a full cup of the green tea now. It's still very hot. There you go. So that's everything for the presentation. I'll let you enjoy your tea now. Just relax. When you're ready, you can come to me if you would like to purchase any of these teas. Okay? Now it's time for you. I will leave you alone and you can decide. Alright? Relax and enjoy.